Oh my god. Alright, but let's talk about this game. So let me bring this up. Alright, so this game basically was the first round of the. For those who don't know, the Collegiate Go League is it's like a national league for colleges around the U.S. and Canada. Um, so, well, universities, I guess. Basically, we play one game every 2 weeks, so there's like 5 rounds before, during the rest of 2016, and then 5 rounds after until like April. And in April, we have the playoffs, so the top 4 or 6 teams, depending on how many teams there are, they play in like a playoff tournament, and then the winner of that becomes the CGL champion, basically. So all of these matches are 3-on-3, so it's kind of like the Hikaru no Go team tournament kind of thing, where you have 3 boards and then 2 out of 3 wins the match. So we played. So I go to UMD, University of Maryland, and we played against Cornell in the first round, and Cornell actually beat us twice last year, I think, or last season. They beat us once in the regular season and then once in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. I lost to who is now actually their second board. I lost to him twice. Probably at least one of those times I shouldn't have, but I lost to him twice. But this year they had a new addition, Yunshen, who probably some of you know. He has a pretty good YouTube channel. I can link it really quickly, actually. Let me just find his channel for a second. I'll link it in the chat. There you go. So you can check his channel out. He's pretty cool. He's Taijim 9-dan. He's like he's very strong, actually. I don't know if you guys remember, but I think like some years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we had this we were doing this like dual commentary thing, which I think is still on my channel somewhere at the bottom of the videos. Basically, it was like a game. We played like 2 of them, so they were games where we commentated our own moves during the game, and then you could kind of hear like both of our perspectives of the game. So that's pretty cool. But the problem was that it was really hard to edit afterwards, and my laptop is not suitable for editing really. So we kind of stopped because it would take like 6 hours to like compress the file or something. It was kind of annoying. Anyways, so I actually played him in the first round. He's Cornell 1, I'm UMD 1, so you can look at the game. So I was black, and I don't know if you recall back to a few Taijin games ago where someone played this opening against me, and I was like, what is this? Because I'd never seen it before. And then if you remember in that game, I played here, and then he played here, and I was like, oh, this is Joseki, and then I got destroyed. Because now from here there's like no good moves for white, because normally you would want to play something like this. Okay, this is pretty forced. And you want to hunt it here, but then black has this good clamp here. So if you try to play something like this, black can actually just connect up because of this this stone. If you imagine if this stone were here, then white would be able to play here. Black has to take, then play here. Black has to take, then play here. Atari, play here. That way? I think that's right. And black can play here, but this is too painful for black. You can see like white basically cut off this one stone. And black is on the bottom. It's pretty painful. Actually, I feel like maybe white can do better. What if you play here first? Hold on. I feel like this is one of those things where you don't need to throw in too much. But let me double check. So if you do this and then you play here, I mean even the others as well I think is pretty good for white, but if you do this, poke. It's the same thing. Although really, if you push like this, and then actually this is even better, right? Yeah, this is even better. Oh no, black can play here, and then cut. It's a little bit different. If you were to do this directly without throwing in, then black will play here, poke. Ah, then you can play here, and then the corner is captured. So if black plays here, then you can do this, then this, then this, and then black dies. Yeah, there you go, there we go. That's the right sequence. Yeah, if black plays like this, it's still the same thing. You can throw in, put here, and then black dies. So basically, bottom line is black. If this K3 stone is at K4, then it doesn't work for black. But because it's at K3, black can connect. And now white is dead in the corner. Actually, like all of this is now black, and white's group is like completely unsettled. So this is really, really bad for white. If you try to split black, then black can just cut. And white doesn't have a good response now. Like, if you capture this stone, you can just kill these stones in the net. If you, I mean, anything else you do basically just doesn't work. I mean, you can play like this, but then black can play here. Play here. This is Sente. White has to play some silly move like this, and this color is basically unwinnable. So that's the basic idea of this this thing. So you might think white can also play here. I think this is still playable for white. Probably black will play here, and it gets pretty complicated. I'm not really gonna go into it, but it's pretty complicated. Probably like this. Not exactly sure how this will go. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is a possible move though for white to kind of salvage the situation. Although to be honest, it's still a playable game, I think, if white plays here. But it's pretty complicated. So I wanted to try this opening once just because I've never tried it before and it seemed pretty cool. So figured, you know, might as well. So, but he played here. So I played here. This is pretty standard. Normally, I feel like if I were white, I would play here. So normally it goes something like this, just because I like having the base on the red side. But he played here, and so the reason I played this way instead of this way was that if I play this way, I feel like he's not going to really care about the bottom side, and then later he can after this, say I play here, like it's a lot easier for him to reduce this way. So I thought, oh, maybe I should play this way, and then, you know, later maybe I can add a move here and turn it into more solid territory or something. So let me see. So then he played here. This is pretty standard. He tanuki'd. So at this point, normally I would say like you want to play on the most open side, which would be the top. Hold on, someone's at my door. Give me a second. Yeah. Do you have a pen okay? Okay, sorry about that. So normally I would play on the top side, but then because he tanuki'd from the right side, I felt like if he adds another move, so for example, like if I play here, I don't know, let's say he plays... Let's just say he plays here, for example. I'm probably not going to play here because... Well, I could, but... I think I just felt like if he plays maybe here, but then I can just double Hane too. So he probably won't do that. Probably he'll play here, but then if I play here... I don't really care that much about the bottom side, I guess. I don't know if I still should have played at the top or not. Like, normally I would play at the top, but I felt like it would be better to just unsettle him on the right side first, because he seemed kind of thin. And also, because I played this move, I feel like I have more power to attack him. It's because this stone is higher than this stone. So I wanted to invade first. Wedge. Here I can wedge because I have both ladders going this way and this way, so the wedge is okay. You put like this. And now I feel like, you know, all of White's potential territory at the bottom is mine. And he does get a lot of influence, but he has to fix and go take, because otherwise he has too many cutting points. So I felt like if this happened, then I can play on the top anyways. So I thought this would be okay for black. I don't know if he had an alternative though, like if he did this, it doesn't feel very good because it's still open at the bottom, so probably he cannot play like this either. Seems too good for black. So I don't know. I feel like the result here is still pretty good for me. Because I got to end in Sente, I got to take the territory, and yeah, I can still play at the top afterwards. So I thought this is good. I was satisfied with this result. So he invaded the corner right away. I think this move is pretty good. I actually, looking back, I don't know if I should have played here first. Because the thing is, when I play here, this is not only just to play at the top, but also to look at this cutting point here. Because if I play here, this acts as a ladder breaker. But when he takes the corner, then it's kind of... The effect of cutting here is kind of mitigated because after this... so in the game, well, I played like this, but after this, the cut doesn't mean as much anymore because he's already basically alive in the corner. So if I were to block this way, then it'd probably go something like this. But after that, if I cut here, he'll just sacrifice these 3 stones. They don't mean anything anymore, so I didn't want that either. So I don't know if I should have maybe played here first. I don't know what he would do. Maybe he'll Hane, Atari, and then maybe play like this. Cause now there's no ladder anymore, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would think of this result, to be honest. It feels like White's very fast right now, and Black is... My position is still kind of low, so I don't really want to do this. But in the game, I did end up playing here, and he took the corner. In the end, I think I also decided to play on this side just because I got Sente out of it, so... Oh, I knocked my... Hold on. There you go. Okay. And then but I did get... So I set my Sente to play here. And normally I would... Again, normally I would play on the wider side, right? So I would play something around here. But let's say I played a move around here. I felt like this move would be kind of Sente, right? That probably I have to fix. Well, also, he could even invade because now that he took the corner, and he has like some influence here, these stones don't feel that comfortable. And so now, like, usually I would play here, but then he would, of course, be able to attack these stones. If I run with these, then, you know, while they're making life, then later he could pincer and attack the stone too. So I think that's why I didn't... that's why I still put here, so then if he pincers, then I can play a little more aggressively. I don't need to worry about these other 2 stones as much. Yeah. So in the game, then he played here. This is a big move into the points. I don't know. Between this move and like maybe this move, I don't know which one's bigger. I think part of the reason he played at the bottom was that it kind of stops me from developing the bottom quite as much. It's big in points, and it kind of stifles my potential at the bottom. So here, I thought about several moves. I thought, maybe I can play here and kind of go to the bottom. But I thought, later on he's going to be able to invade here, right? Because there's like, I don't really want to add any moves like this, because he can still invade, and there's still a lot of Aji in this area. Because of this D2 stuff. If I play here, it's possible, but it seems not that big, because you're only helping to surround like, these 10 points. And especially in the beginning, there's so many more things to play. So I thought, eventually, not now, but later he will play here, right? I can't really play here because he can play like this, and then link up, which isn't really good for black. I thought, maybe I can play here, but then if he hanes from, let's say, this side. Oh. He can still play here, and then after I play like this, if I play here, he can still cut. I think he can cut here. Because I have a crap ton of cutting points here. If I can cut here, well, I mean, basically, after he cuts here, let's say I try to resist like this. I can go like this, connect. Even if I do all of this, let's just say something like this happens, then he can still cut here, and it's very painful. Or even cut here. Cut here is better. And I have to connect, then he can play like this. And this feels, I think this is not great for white. Even though I killed his corner, but now like he's so thick here. I didn't think it would be good for black. But if I just extend, then I still have to worry about this cutting point anyways. It's a lot about Aji. If he hanes on this side, then probably it'll be like this, and this still feels like a really big loss for black anyways, because white's not really that weak at the top part here, so I feel like black kind of just lost everything. Oh, well, what? I mean, I'm only AGA 6 on, so I don't know if my analysis is necessarily right, but this is what I was thinking during the game anyways. So my idea was like, if I play here, so if I play here first, and then later if I play here, and then later if he plays here, then if we go back to that other variation where he hanes like this, then I thought, oh, then this is definitely Sente now that he has to fix, right? And then I can play here, and now this stone was very useful because it was Sente here. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. Now it's much better than before. So that was my idea for playing this move anyways. I don't know if it's good or not, but it looked kind of interesting and cool, so I tried it. I played this, and then I put here. Then he put here because this is probably the last big point on the board. And then I thought, okay, so if I just play like an invasion here, let's say, I don't know, I put here. I guess it's okay actually. I don't really know how he would respond. Maybe he'll cut like this. Although honestly, I feel like as long as they live at the bottom, it's probably okay. Let's say play like this. But then maybe he'll invade here. Then this invasion is maybe a little dangerous because now he has thickness on the left side too. But I thought to myself, you know, I have both ladders again, so I can play this move, right? If he hanes like this, then of course I have both ladders, so this will be okay for me. If he goes like this, then I can just extend and still pretty much erase everything here, without him getting like a giant wall. So that was just my idea with this move. It's really just because I had both ladders. If you play something like this, then of course this is a pretty good exchange. It's as if like this was on the third one and I showed a hit. I think that would be pretty good for black. If he plays like here, then probably I can play lightly like this or something. Probably he'll put here. If I hane, maybe he'll cut. Not sure about this. I don't know if I like this for black, but it's still maybe I can try this move. Yes, maybe this move, because now let's say so if he extends, then I can play let's think. What will I do? Probably I can just hane like this. Or maybe play here. Maybe now I can play here and just atai like this. No. I probably atai. If I push like this, or can I do this one? Seems like maybe this will work. Probably he'll have to double hane here. Maybe he can turn, atai, bend, extend. I don't know if this is probably I can cut to like this. Maybe atai here first. For here. Then push seems a little dangerous. I don't know if this is necessarily good for black, because white can just jump here, it feels like. Or jump... Well... White doesn't have a great way to seal me in either. If he like plays here, then I can still cut. How does he fix? He can't really fix that easily. This seems kind of complicated. I don't. Maybe he can play here, but then I can just sacrifice this one stone though, and then attack the middle. Actually, now white would just be dead. So white has to jump, and then I would have time to. So basically, white has to play here first, and maybe then play here. Now I'll turn. And probably will still play here, but then I can just hane like this. I don't know. It's kind of weird and complicated. But if this happens, like if I'm able to manage both groups, then white will have lost everything on this side. I don't know. It's kind of risky, but I don't know. There's probably a lot of different variations that could happen, but in the game he just put here, and then he just connected like this. Pretty solid. I didn't actually know what to do here. Like I thought, like oh maybe I can try this move, but then this like I thought oh maybe if he plays here I can play like this. Like maybe this is okay. Just kind of take some center control, but not sure. In the end I just decided to connect because I thought that was the most solid. Otherwise, if I do play here, he might think about playing like this. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know what this would really gain for weight. Probably I'll just jump now. If he defended here, otherwise if he plays like here, then this move is kind of really painful for white. So he didn't want that to happen, so he just jumped here. Also, it kind of keeps my stone separated a little bit. Although I don't know, it might be a little bit slow. I'm not really sure. Maybe like something like this is better. But maybe not, because then maybe I'll just Hane like this, and hard to see what white really gained there. So maybe he can think about something like this, but this leaves a little bit of Aji here, but it is a little bit faster. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is too slow or something. Not really sure. Atari, and then he played a water breaker. So here, I figured I counted, and if you I was like, I have around, what is this, like 35? And then plus another maybe 10, so it's 45. White has maybe a 25 here, 12 here, 37 plus like 5 here, 42, plus there's like 49. But then I have like the top, so I was like, as long as I settle the top, and then maintain some center influence, the game should be good for black. But I do have to worry about the ladder, so if I do play here, then he can pull this out, and then these stones become very weak because this stone is very, like these stones here are very strong. So I have to deal with the ladder somehow. And I thought about, okay, like, what if I play like here? I considered this move, and I was like, maybe it's a little bit too much. Like, oh, I can play like this. But I think that's maybe a little bit too much. He can just play something. So in the end, I went with this move. It seemed a little bit more reasonable. So still something like this. Here, so in the game I played here, but I considered Hane, and I also considered cut. I think I might have also briefly considered this Hane, but the problem is like he had a lot of moves here that can break the ladder, so it's really dangerous to Hane anywhere. If he plays here, then I thought he might consider playing this Hane. If I were to play this, then maybe he'll even consider this move. This is kind of painful because these stones are still really weak in the corner. If I tie here, then it's the same thing. He can still just connect, and now my stones on the right side are really weak. So in the end, I decided, I'll just pull back. If he connects, I can just sacrifice the stone, take Sente to play here, because F8 is really big. White doesn't really want to play it because it gets rid of the ladder, like any potential ladder breaker, but I really want to play it because it stops the ladders. It stops the ladder as well, because then I can capture the stone in the net. So either way, like this move is really big for both sides, I feel. So I connected, and I got to put here. It's Sente. It's pretty much Sente too, because if White Tanukis, then I think, at the very least I can Hane here, and this leaves some kind of nasty Aji in White's area. And if nothing else, it helps me to really build the center a lot. This is still basically center, so this is kind of like perfect for black. The put here, he extended. Then Hane, this is all center. And then I put here. This move, so I was looking before, if he played this move earlier, if I don't play something like this, which is kind of feels like a complete loss for black, then if I try to like resist or something like this, and he can still cut, and this is still kind of annoying. He can play like this and break up my shape like this, so I thought this was kind of dangerous, so that's why I thought this move was really big. I thought, well, like playing here now is really big. I feel like white could have played that in center earlier, which maybe he should have. Because if I don't respond, then pretty much I'll lose everything, right? He can like attach here, like let's say I cut, right? He can like attach here, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with this move. If I put here, then he can probably just play anything, and boom, goodbye, 20 points. Also, not to mention, after, if he breaks this area open, then this invasion becomes more severe. So that's why I opted to play here now. Okay, now there's basically nothing in here. There's like nothing at all. Plus, this also weakens his center a little bit, because even though I can't attack the corner, if I cut and I have a lot of stones on around the center, then I can attack these 4 stones. Yeah. So we put here. This is not a lot of breakup, but it kind of separates this 1 stone. But this move is really big. I don't know if maybe invading the bottom is bigger, because I feel like in the center there's really not that much I can gain in like this area. There's not much white can gain either, I feel. I think also, but although maybe he was considering like if he plays here, then maybe I might consider playing something like this. And then he has to worry about me playing here. Probably I will not do it right now because, well, this is still big, I guess. It's not, well, then he loses the whole corner. Probably not worth it for white. But yeah, so maybe he was worried about something like this. If he has to come back, then he'll lose a lot more. Then I'm really thick. Then I'm really thick in the center, and probably I can make something around here. So probably that's why he put here actually. But this move is also really big. I don't know which one's bigger, to be honest, because if he does play here, it's not like I'm gonna Tanuki either. Like, even if I like kill these 2 stones, if he gets Sente to play here, then that's really big too. Like, let's say it goes like this, and if he plays here, that's huge. That's huge. So I don't know. They're both really big. Yeah, ending in Sente here I thought was pretty nice for black. Being able to get this and like protect these 10 points in Sente. But then I kind of made a misread here where I thought I could do something in the corner, but then I ended up just dying. I wasn't Byoyomi, and so I kind of used that at the time Tsuji, but I think I lost a few points here. This is just flat out dead. If we go back to this move, so I was a little bit worried that if let's say I play something, if he plays here, then this group still doesn't quite have 2 eyes yet. But if I spend moves to save it, then he can like play something like this and start making stuff in the middle. That's why I ended up playing here, just to kind of defend this group and also reduce any potential incentive he had. And then I cut. I don't know if this cut is good. like, I don't really feel like I actually gained that much from it. Probably I should just, I feel like maybe I should still just jump here. Cause like if he fixes the cut, he has to do, well I guess he could put here. Ah yeah, he can put here. But then I can still put here and he has, like everything's on Dame for him. So I think this would still be okay for black. Hmm. This was kind of, I don't know. I didn't see this move. This move was pretty good because it's Sante and also fixes the cut here. So I'm thinking, oh, I can have a chance to play here, but I don't have a chance to play there because this is Sante against this group. So I play here partially so I can make Mii or both stop him from playing something like, you know, later if he plays something like this. Probably, you know, here maybe? Maybe here? Even if he plays here. Probably I'll have to just take. And then it feels like I have nothing here because now if I try to do something here, he can just clip like this. And then this I pretty much end in Gote. So I mean, I think maybe he should have put here first. I don't know if I can maybe put here. Nah, probably I cannot do something here first, anyways. Yeah, so maybe he should play a forcing move here first. Yeah, I don't have anything here severe enough. Cause even if I play here, he can connect and like, or he can even just play here first. And then like this exchange doesn't really give me anything. If I spend another move, then of course he will connect here. But he put here first, and then I got to put here, which feels almost Sante in a way. So he played here to Sante, and he played here to capture this one stone. But then that let me play here, which I thought was actually pretty big. And we talked about it for a little bit after the game, but we thought maybe this could be a losing move. Just because after he plays here, and he really tries to expand his center. Now his center, you can see here, it's like climbing to about maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's, you know, a little more than 15 points maybe. And 15 points is pretty significant because before, remember, I wasn't counting anything here. So, but this is Sante, and then I kind of unleashed my last plan here. I don't actually, because I felt like if he got everything there, then I'd be kind of behind. So I thought, you know, because he ignored my moves here, I have to try something in the corner. And he thought for a good while here, maybe 5 minutes. If we look at some of the variations, so if he Hanes, then I think I can play here, and then Hane here, and live in the corner, which would of course be disastrous for white. You know, if he tries anything else like extend, then I can just push, and then he dies. So the Hane pretty much doesn't work. If he extends like this, seems like I can I? So if I try this move, he can probably connect like this. Hane, and probably I die in the corner. So probably I have to play here. And then if he plays here, then I can just cut. If he Atari, then I Atari, and then he loses everything in the corner. So I can't do that. If he Ataris this side, then I can pull back. He has to connect. then probably just dies. But I can try. I can consider playing like this, and then here, and then Hane. It doesn't quite work, does it? I can maybe Hane first. No. Oh, but I can. What if I play? What if I play here and Hane? I play like here. It doesn't really work. Let me think. Maybe I can play something better here. If you pull back like this, it's probably attach is the only move. If he Hane's here, let's say I cut. He has to attire here. If I attire like this, poke, cut. Attire. This looks like a sort of ko. Yeah, it kind of looks like a ko. If he connects, then I can go like this, and then he dies. So he has to connect here, pretty much. But then it becomes a ko here. So maybe something like this. If he connects, then I can play here. Probably Tiger's Mouth. Cut. If he cuts like this, then I can play here. And this is alive. Right, because he can yeah, because I have this outside liberty, so this is alive. Of course, if he takes, then it's ko. But let's see. I don't know what else he can do. But I think there should be something with this move. Like it should work, I feel. If he plays here, well, okay, so if he plays here, then probably I will Hane. But probably I can play here first. This is Sente, then play here. Then this looks like another ko. If he plays here right now, then I can play here. And then if he connects, then I can connect. And then this wedge doesn't seem to quite work for white. I can attire like this. So probably, yeah, this move is too good. If he plays like this, then I can still play here. This is still probably this is still Sente, so you can't really do anything about that. Like this is Sente, and then this is also too painful, so he can't block both at the same time. Yeah, that pretty much covers all the variations there. Or not all of them, but most of them. Besides this one, which is what he did in the game. Then it basically just went like this. if he tries to Atari here, then I can still take. And I think this ko is hard for white, because if he loses the ko, then he loses a lot. A lot, to say the least, because I can connect, and if he has to connect, I can hane, and then later I can still play. Well, I mean, first of all, if he connects, then he still loses a lot of points in general. But also, then I have stunties around b14. So he just connected, and then I connected, he connected, I poked. And this is all kind of Yosei. Here I had a plan, so like if he connects, I was planning to just play here. And if he Ataris, then I can just play here, which is what happened in the game. And then kind of break into this area. If he plays here, then I can play here, and then I get a lot more points here. Because if I just Atari directly, then it feels like he can get a little bit more territory. So I thought this way is a little bit better on points, if he cannot resist like this. That was the key. So when he did play here, it's kind of like testing whether I was right or not. So he played like this. And he said after the game he actually misread here, because he thought that he could kill my group by cutting, but then actually I can just capture here and I'm already alive. Because if he plays here, then I can just Atari here and Sente, and then live. So now that black broke into here, then white lost a lot of points here, you know. The only thing white really gained was he captured like one stone, but I got to break into this, what we were calling before as 15 points. Now it's definitely a lot less than 15 points. I mean, white got these two stones in exchange, but it's not quite big enough. And now white has to spend a move here, because otherwise if he fixes here, then I can play here and start another ko. Actually, probably, because white doesn't have two eyes here, so he can't even play here. He has to defend here, then I can basically erase all of his points here. And he still has to connect here, because otherwise his group is still in some danger. So this would be really painful for white. So he has to spend a move here. Probably, before I capture these stones, I should at least play here. It's probably worth at least a point. You know, probably 2 points maybe. But I just captured, and probably I should have played here first before capturing these stones. But then I got to play here too. So in the end, I managed to get this Sente, or this Yosei, this Yosei, this. So I got all 3 of these, and because he had to keep spending moves to secure his group here. So really, it was, yeah. So by him trying to connect here, it kind of cost him a lot. I think from here the game was black has a pretty solid lead. I don't think there's anything else significant in the rest of the game. He tried some stuff down here, but I think the rest is pretty normal. So in the end, I managed to win by 7.5, which was a fair amount. But I think mainly I was a little lucky that he didn't add a move here to fix against this move. If he had played here right now, then I think the game would have been a lot closer. I don't know if he would have won necessarily, but it definitely would have been a lot closer. But I think probably white should have played at f12 earlier. I think that would have made it a lot easier for white. As for me, probably I should have played. Let's see what happened here. Well, not suicide in that corner, and probably instead of cutting, I should probably just jump instead. I think this jump is really big. Later I can even cap here. And if he tries to defend the cut, then he's still running on dominate, which I think is okay. Probably I can just play like this. It's probably okay. Yeah. But I think this game was interesting because it was the first time I used this opening and we got to see some interesting moves like this move and this move and later on this move. And I think compared to a lot of my Taijin games, because these games are 30 minutes, so I have a lot more time to think. So I can actually put some meaning behind my moves and not make as many really stupid moves in the beginning of the game. But yeah, so thanks to this win, UMD was able to win over Cornell 2-1. So we got off to a pretty good start. It also kind of revenge for them beating us twice last year. But I think Cornell will definitely still be very strong. I think the team's probably like a top 3 team in the league this year. Just based on strength. So unless I get like lucky again, then probably next time we play each other it'll be difficult again. But yeah, it was a good start, and I think it was probably one of the better games for me as of recently. Like, if you can see on Taijin, my record is really terrible. So this game gave me some confidence back that I could at least still play reasonably well, given some time. But